How to eliminate distractions and dominate your day. Cal Newport, in a world where notifications ping relentlessly and attention is the new currency. Mastering the art of focus is no longer optional, it's essential. As entrepreneurs, business owners, and investors, your success hinges on the ability to dive deep into meaningful work, eliminating distractions that sabotage your productivity. Inspired by Cal Newport's principles of deep work and digital minimalism, this article will guide you through the journey of reclaiming your attention, structuring your day for peak performance, and ultimately dominating every hour. Prepare to transform your habits, recalibrate your environment, and harness an unwavering focus that propels you toward extraordinary results. A culture of perpetual distraction. Every morning brings a barrage of distractions, emails flooding in, social media alerts beckoning with every buzz, and an ever-growing to-do list demanding our fragmented attention. These interruptions chip away at our ability to concentrate, forcing us to switch tasks constantly and robbing us of the deep cognitive engagement required to solve complex problems. For entrepreneurs and business owners, this scattered focus translates to missed opportunities, stalled projects, and decreased innovation. Investors, too, risk making impulsive decisions when their attention is fractured by trivial stimuli. The root of this issue lies in a culture that glorifies busyness and equates multitasking with efficiency, showing that task switching incurs significant cognitive costs, leading to errors, stress, and burnout. Cal Newport describes this phenomenon as the attention residue effect when you switch from one task to another. A residue of your attention remains stuck thinking about the original task, undermining your performance on the new one. Over time, this residue accumulates, eroding your capacity for sustained focus and deep work. Left unchecked, this cycle spirals. The more distracted you become, the more overwhelmed you feel, prompting frantic attempts to multitask, which only multiply the distractions. Breaking free from this vicious loop requires deliberate strategies, intentional boundaries, and a willingness to overhaul habits that no longer serve your highest aspirations. Principles for eliminating distractions. 1. Embrace deep work. Cal Newport champions deep work as professional activities, performed in a state of distraction-free concentration that push your cognitive capabilities to their limit. These efforts create new value, improve your skill, and are hard to replicate. To cultivate deep work, schedule dedicated time blocks, carve out uninterrupted periods, ideally 60 to 120 minutes, where you focus solely on your most important tasks. Place these blocks at your peak energy times, often early mornings or late evenings. Define clear outcomes before each session. Outline specific goals. Draft the investor pitch deck. Analyze Q2 financials or develop product prototype. Clarity of purpose reduces wandering thoughts. Eliminate ambient distractions. Silence your phone, close email tabs, and use website blockers to prevent accidental social media visits. Create a physical or digital do not disturb zone. 2. Cultivate digital minimalism. Digital minimalism is the art of intentionally and selectively using technology to support your values. To adopt this mindset, audit your digital tools. List every app, platform, and device you use. For each, ask, does this tool contribute meaningfully to my professional goals? If not, eliminate it. Set strict usage rules. Allocate specific times for checking email and social media, more than 2 or 3 times per day. Outside these windows, keep notifications off. Practice solitude. Schedule weekly or even daily periods without any digital input. These technology fasts replenish mental energy, spark creativity, and strengthen your capacity for focused thought. 3. Design your environment. Your environment exerts a silent influence on your attention. By intentionally shaping it, you reduce friction for deep work. Optimize your workspace, keep your desk tidy and free of irrelevant items. Position your computer and tools ergonomically to minimize physical distractions. Use visual cues. A simple sign, deep work in progress, placed visibly can signal colleagues or family members to respect your focus time. Leverage ambient sound. Some individuals thrive with gentle background music or white noise to mask external disturbances. Experiment to find what enhances your concentration. Developing the problem. How distractions derail high achievers. Imagine you sit down to craft a pivotal business proposal. Within minutes, an email notification pops up. You click over, start, replying, then notice a blinking icon for your project management tool. Before you know it, an hour has slipped by, and you've barely made a dent in your proposal. This scenario unfolds daily for many professionals, yet it doesn't have to define your routine. The cognitive toll every distraction exacts. A hidden toll on your cognitive resources. Studies show that it takes an average of 23 minutes to return to the original task after an interruption. Multiply that by several interruptions per hour, and your effective work time plummets. The mental load of repeatedly refocusing drains willpower and saps creativity. The emotional impact. Frequent context switching breeds anxiety and a persistent feeling of being behind. This stress can manifest as decision fatigue, making even simple choices feel exhausting. When your mind never gets a moment's rest, it becomes prone to negative self-talk and a sense of helplessness. The strategic consequences for entrepreneurs poised to launch a new product. Time lost to distractions could be the difference between market leadership and obscurity. Business owners may miss critical insights buried in financial reports, while investors might overlook emerging trends due to fragmented analysis. The cost of distraction is not just personal, it's strategic and often irreversible. Solutions. Tactical strategies to regain control. 1. Time blocking and themed days. Time blocking involves dividing your calendar into distinct segments dedicated to specific activities. Take it a step further with themed days. Designate Mondays for strategy, Tuesdays for marketing, Wednesdays for deep product development, and so on. This structure minimizes the mental overhead of choosing what to work on each day. Your workflow and reinforcing focus. 2. The 2-minute rule. Inspired by productivity expert David Allen, the 2-minute rule states that if a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This prevents minor tasks from cluttering your mental workspace. For longer tasks, schedule them in your next deep work block rather than letting them interrupt your current session. 3. Digital Sabbath. Establish a weekly digital Sabbath, 24 to 48 hours, where you disengage from non-essential digital tools. Use this time for reflection, planning, reading, or spending quality time with loved ones. This practice not only rejuvenates your mind, but also reveals which digital habits you can live without for the grand gesture. Cal Newport highlights the power of the grand gesture, a bold move that signals your commitment to change. This could be signing a contract for a dedicated workspace, publicly announcing a no-email policy after certain hours, or investing in a productivity retreat. These gestures create psychological momentum that propels you forward. 5. Accountability. Partnerships. Partner with a trusted colleague or mentor to hold each other accountable for maintaining focus. Share weekly goals and report on your progress. Public commitment enhances motivation and creates an added layer of social pressure to follow through. 6. Habit stacking. Attach new focus-enhancing habits to existing routines. For example, after your morning coffee, commit to 30 minutes of deep work before checking any messages. Over time, these stacked habits become automatic, reducing reliance on willpower alone. Conclusion. In an era saturated with distractions, the ability to concentrate deeply is a scarce and valuable skill. By integrating Cal Newport's principles embracing deep work, adopting digital minimalism, and strategically designing your environment, you reclaim control over your attention and, by extension, your professional destiny. Remember, every minute you spend in a state of undivided focus compounds, fueling breakthroughs, driving innovation, and accelerating progress toward your most ambitious goals. Transforming your relationship with distractions requires more than intention. It demands consistent action, thoughtful boundaries, and an unwavering commitment to your priorities. As entrepreneurs, business owners, and investors, your capacity to dominate each day hinges on this mastery of focus. If you found these insights valuable, don't let them slip into the noise. Subscribe for more strategies to elevate your productivity and unlock peak performance. Comment below with your biggest distraction challenges and how you plan to overcome them. Like this video to show your commitment to mastering focus. Share with fellow professionals who are ready to eliminate distractions and dominate their day. Take charge of your attention today, because focused effort is the true currency of success.